Hello, my name is Marcus Cordova. Welcome to our Summit Vista cooking series. Today we're going to be making sea salt caramels in the microwave. It's really simple to make, it's fast and easy, and people love them. They're very, very good. So we're going to start out with a little bit of brown sugar. We have 2 1/4 cups of brown sugar packed, 2 cups of unsalted butter. We're going to do 1 cup of corn syrup. Add in our corn syrup, and then 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Put all this in a bowl, and you know there's a lot of people think you can't put metal bowls in the microwave, but you can, as long as it's a thick metal bowl. You don't want to put aluminum foil in the microwave, but this will go in the microwave and it'll be just fine. So we've got our sweetened condensed milk added. I'm just going to break it up just a little bit. And we're going to pop it right into the microwave. So this will take about 15 minutes in the microwave. What you want to do is you want to stir it about every 5 minutes or so. Get in there, and then I've got 2 candy thermometers handy. You can use either one. I've got an old glass thermometer that kind of hangs on the side of the bowl. If you were making this in a pot, we're going to go up to about 245 degrees. And I also have a digital thermometer, which is what I'll use for today. So here goes in the microwave. All right, so while the caramel mixture is in our microwave, we're gonna just get our baking pan ready. And what I've got here is you can use any kind of baking pan, and I'll show you a little trick if you don't have the size that you think you're gonna need. So I've got a big roll of aluminum foil. So I've got my foil, and I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna line my pan with foil. And the great thing about this is it doesn't matter what size of pan you have, but I know this will take up about half of this pan. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a smaller pan just out of the foil by just crimping it so that you have a little divider there, and that'll give us just the size that we need for the amount of caramel that we're making. All right, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of butter, and I'm going to grease this so that the caramel doesn't stick to the foil. And I'm being pretty generous with the butter because the butter will make the caramel better, right? Butter makes everything better. So that's prepped. And our caramel's been in the microwave for about 4 minutes now. So at this point, I'm going to pull it out, give it a stir. And see, it's just fine in the microwave. Now everything's just starting to break up a little bit and loosen up and get it nice and incorporated. And then we'll put it back in the microwave for about another 4 minutes. We'll pull it out, give it another stir, and we'll just keep it going until it gets to the temperature that we're looking for. And again, about 245 degrees and a firm ball stage once we drop it in the water. But that's easy as that can go in ice cream right there. That would be ready to go. All right, so moving right along here, we've got our caramel in the microwave. It's just starting to bubble. It's been in for about 12 minutes right now. So I'm pulling it out, just giving it a quick stir so I can show you what it looks like. You can see it's bubbling pretty hard. You don't want to get this on your skin, certainly. And it's hovering, we're gonna just check the temperature. I think it's hovering right about 200 degrees. And we're taking it up to 245 degrees. Little tip, stir your thermometer around so you can get a good gauge of where it's at. We're at 217. So we're gonna just keep it going, probably another 5-7 minutes in the microwave, and we'll have sea salt caramel shortly. All right, so we're continuing to cook our caramel in the microwave. Again, it's about 10-minute mark right now. I'm pulling it out. It's boiling nicely. It's hovering right about 230 degrees. We're taking it up to 245. And at this point, I'm just going to add a pinch of salt in the caramel itself. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla, about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'll give it a quick stir. I'll pop it back in the microwave for about another 3 or 4 minutes, and it should be there and ready to pour into our mold. That's we prepared it a little bit earlier. So here we go with the next part. Okay, so moving right along with our sea salted caramels in the microwave, and we're continuing to move along here. So we've got the caramel, and it looks really good. It's starting to come together, and it's about fully cooked. Again, we're taking it up to 245 degrees, and we're right there, right at 245 degrees. So at this point, what we will do is we'll take this and we'll pour it into our mold. And remember, we have a little bit of foil that is coated with butter so that the caramel does not stick. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. And we're gonna let it just smooth out there. See how that pours in real nice. And if you need it to smooth it out, this smooths out really well. What I do is a couple tricks. You can take a spatula, rub a little bit of butter on it, or you can put a little bit of pan spray, and then the caramel won't stick to your spatula. But now that that's set up, what I have here, this is the next part. This is sea salt flakes. So it's just the way that the salt is formed, and it forms little flakes. I have some in this little bowl here. And we're just gonna take some of the sea salt and sprinkle it right on top, and we'll let it set on the caramel. Now this caramel will take about 4 to 5 hours to cool down and set up. So this is another good thing to do ahead of time. And you don't want to put too much salt, but you want to get a coating. You know, the salt makes all the difference with this caramel in the microwave. So then the next part of this is we'll let this set up. That'll set. So we'll go ahead and cut it. We've got another one that we've made in advance here. So basically what I've done with this caramel that's here is I've taken this and I flipped it out on a piece of parchment on a cutting board, so now we can cut it very easily. So I've got a couple little snack pieces here for us to try as we're working through this. And whenever I cut something, I'll take the full pan of it and I'll cut it in half, and then I'll divide from there. So I've made some of these in advance. We have a couple of these that are ready to go here that are wrapped up. Not many of them have survived the time that we've been here together. But I'll go ahead and cut these up into little rectangular pieces. And out of this batch, you can get about 100 pieces of caramel. So anyway, those cut like that. And I've taken some wax paper and just cut them in little rectangles. And you can take your wax paper, your caramels, and put them in there, roll them up, twist the ends, and voila, homemade sea salt caramels in the microwave, believe it or not. Hope you enjoy.